Jo wanted to make the world fairer, more equal, more tolerant and more generous. We all have better instincts and deepest fears. Jo appealed to our better instincts, our sense that, as she said in her maiden speech, what we have in common is greater than what divides us. On Friday morning, less than 24 hours after Jo was killed, I sat in a coffee shop in Batley, just a few minutes away from where Jo had been murdered. A woman came over to me and said she hadn't known Jo, but that her death had made her want to be a bit more like her. A better person, a better mother, a better daughter, a better wife. It is ironic that after travelling the world to some of the most damaged, war-ravaged places in the world, Jo died so near to her home. But she died doing the job that she loved, in the place that she loved, representing the people that she loved. Her mum and dad said to me that Jo wouldn't have changed a thing. She lived the life that she wanted to live. And yet, in her mum's words, she had so much more that she could have done. Jo was struck down much too soon. So it now falls on all of our shoulders. The woman I met in the coffee shop in Batley, Jo's friends, MPs, all of us, to carry on Jo's work. To combat and guard against hatred, intolerance and injustice. To serve others with dignity and with love. And that is the best way that we can remember Jo and all that she stood for.
Jo and I have been friends for over 20 years, and we've had a wonderful 12 months sharing an office since our election last May. Jo used to use my cupboard as a wardrobe, and I'll never forget her dashing around in her cycling gear, grabbing her clothes and shouting something over her shoulder about her latest project or campaign. She often brought her lovely children into the office with her, and if I was lucky, I'd get a dinosaur drawing or a chance to read them a story. They are wonderful kids who are truly bathed in love. The murder of Jo Cox was a national tragedy, but we must also remember the unspeakable personal suffering that it has caused. Jo's family have lost a loving mother, wife, daughter and sister. Mr. Speaker, the fearless Jo Cox never stopped fighting for what is right. She gave voice to the voiceless. She spoke truth to power. She exemplified the best values of our party and of our country: compassion, community, solidarity, and internationalism. And she put her convictions to work for everyone she touched, for the people of Batley and Spen, for the wretched of Syria, for victims of violence and injustice everywhere.